What is up, guys, and welcome to the South Coast. On today's video, we're doing an oil change on the bad boy Maverick. This one has a Kohler 747 Confidant engine in it, so we got all the things we need to get that oil change. So let's get to it. All right, guys, real quick before we get into it, I've already got it done, but before I show y'all how we do it all, just want to go over the tools and supplies you'll need. So obviously you'll need an oil filter, about 2 quarts of oil. I always buy a third one and put it on the shelf just in case I need it along the way. I use this drip pan that goes underneath everything whenever I'm doing oil changes. I have the oil catch pan that I'll actually drain the oil into, that way I can put it back into some containers and go recycle it properly. I use this cut off 1 gallon jug to drain the oil filter into, using this oil filter funnel and the piece of tubing that goes with it. Use this pair of oil filter pliers. Just makes it a lot easier to grip onto that old oil filter and pull it off. And then a 13/16 inch socket with a ratchet and an adjustable wrench to get that fitting off to drain the oil. So now that we've gone over the tools, go look down in the description for links. Should have links for most of this stuff down there if you need to purchase it. Let's hop into the job and get it done. All right, it takes a surprisingly long time for that fluid to drain out. I'd recommend running your engine for just a couple minutes before you go to drain the fluid. It'll help warm that oil up, thin it out a little bit to help it drain out. But I think we're finally drained out enough. Put our cap back on and we'll tackle the filter. All right, so over here on the filter side, obviously the filter's sort of tucked up in there. There is this hole in the deck, in this engine deck, to allow oil to drain out into the pan below. So I have my main pan underneath there. We're gonna use this filter funnel, get it tucked up under there once we start loosening it up to allow that oil to come out this way. And I just take this is a windshield washer fluid gallon jug that I just cut the top off of. We'll get this hose put on this filter funnel and we'll let that fluid drain out into the bucket below. One other tool that's helpful are these oil filter pliers. So we use those to start getting it loose. All right. Filter funnel underneath. While that's draining, we'll get our new filter ready. A little bit of oil on your finger. Lube up that gasket. Throw it on. You just snug it up by hand and you're good to go. All right, now there was some that missed the filter funnel, so I'm just going to get in there with a towel, wipe it up, and then just clean up the area. We should be ready to add some oil. All right, now all we gotta do is add the oil. Obviously, be easier and less mess with the funnel. We'll see if I can do it without making a big mess. It should be around 2 quarts. I bought 3 quarts when I got this stuff, just in case I needed to add more or I need to add some more over time. But we'll start with 1 3/4 quarts and measure it and see if we need to add any more at that point. All right, that's reading full right there. I'm gonna start it up, check for leaks. On startup, that filter will fill up, so that'll take a little bit of that oil out. And so we'll see how it looks. You can pre-fill your filter. I usually don't on a filter that small. It'll fill up pretty quick, and because I just quickly drain the oil, change the filter, and I'm adding oil back. After running the engine for a moment, the oil is really not going to have time to drain all the way out of the cylinder head to where everything will run dry. So really, you can pre-fill the filter. I know I'm going to get comments about that, but I don't think it's necessary on a filter this small. On my truck, Cummins 767 Cummins diesel with an oil filter that big, yeah, I'll go ahead and pre-fill that one, make sure it's all good and saturated and has some oil in there before I start it up. But on something like this, you're gonna be fine. All right, let's start it up and we'll check that oil level after we let it run for a couple minutes. All right, there were no leaks or anything. Pull this out, we'll check our oil level again. All right, we're a little bit under full now, so I'm gonna go ahead and add the rest of that second quart. That should be perfect. All right, adding that second quart, we're right at the full line. We'll get this little area cleaned up, and then we'll get our tools cleaned up. All right, guys, we got the tools all put away, got the oil changed, oil filter changed, got it fired up, everything looks good, no leaks, nothing like that. So I think we're gonna be good to go for many more hours of mowing. I usually do this oil change once a year. Not sure if I need to be doing it more or not. I try to keep track of my hours. The hour meter actually failed on this mower, so I'm not 100% sure where I'm at on hours, but I'm pretty sure that if I'm swapping the oil once a year, I'm about on track. So try to keep track of your hours, try to follow the manual, change the oil when it tells you to, you'll be good to go. It is raining here on the South Coast this weekend, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get any cutting in, but it may be a good weekend to get the mower all cleaned up. So stay tuned, maybe putting out a video coming up soon on getting this mower cleaned up. I probably need to go through and grease all the grease fittings, all that sort of stuff. So if you're interested in content like that, go ahead and click that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up. Like I said, I got links down there in the description for all the tools and supplies I need. Hopefully I can find all the links. Leave me a comment down in the comment section. I know there's going to be some folks who want to argue over whether or not you need to pre-fill that oil filter. So let me know what you think. Anyway, guys, I hope y'all have a good one. We'll catch you next time down here on the South Coast.